What's up, riders? Old Man Ronin here. Welcome back to the channel. It's going to be 63 to 65 degrees today in mid-November. Can you believe that? Well, I'm not going to miss an opportunity. And that means we're going to take the Royal Enfield Himalayan out and do one of the Licking County Pathfinder series, in particular, the Hidden Legends. It's chock full of really cool historical surprises. So stay tuned. It's going to be a blast. Here we are at the beginning of the Hidden Legends Pathfinder route in Hanover, Ohio.
Say we're on Main Street here, and we're going to take you through that tunnel that you always see me on. It's a viaduct. Guess they were moving water to and fro sometime in the past, and like I say, they've got a nice little tunnel underneath it. But you really have to watch, because especially coming this way, you can't kind of see through it, so you have to give them a good horn honk before you're even close to it. And you have to maintain your speed because it's kind of blind. And I have met vehicles in this tunnel before. Now, can't do any rev bombs with the Himalayan, but that's the way it is. But this is a really nice curvy road that runs through, like I say, both downtown Hanover, which is a really small little town, but it's fairly close to where I live. And it's like I say, beautiful area, nice rolling hills, as you can see. And this path is one of my favorites of the Pathfinder routes because it has so much history on it. I mean, and it's history that a lot of people, even in this area, don't realize what there is. So we're going to take you to some of the cooler places, enjoy this beautiful weather, because you know it is absolutely beautiful. It's not that warm yet. It's probably in the 50s, low 50s, but it's supposed to get up to near 63, 64 degrees today. So, hey, in November, you cannot beat that. And here we're going to make a right-hand turn on 7 Hills. And it looks like we're going to make a left-hand turn here. And I'll put the name of the road at the top, because if I don't remember it off the top of my head, I'll always give you a mark up here in the corner. One thing I have to remember with the Royal Enfielder, and I had to with my Triumph as well too, is the turn signals are on one side. On Harleys, you want to turn left, you hit the button over here. If you want to turn right, you hit the button over there. It's not like that on other motorcycles, and it's taken me a while to get used to, because you jump on your Harley, and heck, there's more than one time I've accidentally hit the starter. It's like, yikes! That's not a good thing. That'll tear stuff up, so. I know, right? And don't make fun of my laugh. I had a guy make fun of my laugh. Dude, you can't fight nature. That's who I am. He did come back and apologize for making a crack on the site, but I was like, dude, I got a thick skin. I don't care. And we're going to turn right at a stop sign up here. You know, it's really beneficial that they have these signs up everywhere, because it does help for folks that are coming from out of the area. And you know, like I said, more and more people are coming and doing these Pathfinders, particularly with this lockdown that we're all experiencing. We have a curfew in Ohio now from 10 p.m. till 5 a.m. that our governor put on. And this will give folks an opportunity to do some fun stuff, even in the height of these COVID lockdowns. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to run and do this one today. And we'll talk to Blackhand Gorge, which is the first stop I want you guys to check out here when you come on the Pathfinder trail on this one. Blackhand Gorge is a beautiful, we're going to get off and look around a little bit, but it's a beautiful natural formation gorge here in just outside of Newark, Ohio. So let's take you to it. And you can social distance in this, so that's even better.
Welcome to Blackhand Gorge, one of the hidden legends on the Hidden Legend Pathfinder Trail. This place is beautiful. It's got a gorgeous gorge, see what I did there? As well as hiking paths for both the kids and the dog. And if you're on your motorcycle, you just pop right off of the Hidden Legends Trail and get on this place and walk around a little bit. It's beautiful. Lots of things to do, and I'll put some pictures up in the corner.
Leaving Blackhand Gorge and heading down the trail. It is a really cool place to come. I'll tell you what, I enjoyed it's one of the first places before we actually moved down here. We actually visited this gorge, and it was really fun to see. I enjoy natural beauty as much as anything, and it was really interesting to me. We found some really cool trails that are a little off the beaten path. There's definitely a walking path there, but then there's some trails as well too, and if you take the trails you'll find some really interesting sights, so really recommend it. And it looks like we're going to be taking a left here at the stop sign. This is Brushy Fork Road. And it looks like it veers off to the right. Onto Gratiot. Tell you what, the Himalayan is a perfect bike for doing these Pathfinders. I mean, you know, because you're not really going that fast, you're just enjoying the scenery, and it's very comfortable. I had a couple guys ask me, how is it two-up? And I mentioned it in an earlier video, but I'll mention it to some of the new audience members. My wife actually likes riding on the back of this better than she does on our Softail Deluxe, and that says a lot. So it does do two-up really well, and again, you're not doing 90 miles an hour, but it does do real well. The torque is there for two people, and it is a lot of fun. So it is it's a good motorcycle for, you know, for two-up. I'm actually going to call this my winery bike. We like to go to a lot of Ohio wineries in the summertime, and this is actually a perfect bike to take on it, because a lot of the wineries have gravel roads, and you know, there's nothing worse in the world than a road king on a gravel road. But this bike here does it really well. So this is going to be our new for 2021 before I head on the Trans-America Trail, is our winery bike, to have a lot of fun riding the motorcycle to and fro these really pretty wineries that dot all of Ohio. And we're going to be turning right here on Flint Ridge Road. And for you guys that are frequent watchers, you'll know that I've been on this road several times. It is without a doubt one of my favorite roads. It's so pretty. Now, the last time I was down here, it was just gorgeous colors. Not anymore. This is actually the Flint Ridge area where the Native Americans had their flint mines. We're going to pull over up here and show you some really cool stuff. But it is a beautiful, beautiful place. Again, Licking County offers so much scenery. It has the better things in life too. Newark, Ohio, which is the county seat, is a vibrant metropolis. It's not overly huge, but it's got all the amenities that you would want in a city. So this is Flint Ridge. I'll take you for a little walk.
Welcome to Flint Ridge. This place is amazing. It's I'll take you back just a little ways into it and show you some of the mining pits that the Native Americans used. Now I really hope that the camera can actually pick this up. This is one of the pits that, and there's one over there as well too. Do you see the depression a little bit there? And of course right here. This is where the Native Americans all through this area created these pits to dig up the flint that's in this area. Here's one over here that's kind of elongated, and in fact I'm in the middle of one right now too. But you can see the how they dug it out. There's an edge over there. It's tough with the leaves, I understand, but you can see the one I just left here, the depression that comes up, and the one behind it there, and the one over there. This whole ridge is littered with these little potholes that are all over the area where the Native Americans would find flint and then use it to make tools and weapons and all other kind of equipment for their uses. This is really an interesting place. If you have the opportunity to come here, I really recommend it. It is awesome. It is just such a pretty area here, the Flint Ridge area, and it's got so much history, and I find it completely fascinating. I don't think a lot of schools actually teach how they mined the flint. In fact, it's a shame, because if you don't learn from history, you're destined to repeat it, and I don't want to have to dig flint. No, but what I'm trying to get at is, it's just, you know, they would tell you in school that the Native Americans would find flint and they'd make tools. Well, they don't tell you how they did it. Well, this is a prime example of how they did it. They dug these little pit mines in areas that they somehow knew that were flint there. And I mean, and you've seen some of the boulders. I mean, those things were 2 and 3 feet wide and probably weighed several hundred pounds apiece, and they were just strewn all over the area. It's just amazing how much flint is in the Flint Ridge. But it's, like I say, it became a mine for Native Americans all for hundreds of miles around. They would come and dig the flint out to make their tools, their weapons, and their household equipment, skinning tools and the like. Just fascinating to me, and I hope you guys enjoy that. It's something that I'm adding to the channel today. Not only the Pathfinder series, which we've been doing for several months now, but also just a little bit of this exciting stuff that I find exciting. I hope you do as well too, and let me know in the comments if you enjoy seeing this kind of thing. I mean, this is the next areas we're taking you to are awe-inspiring to me, and you'll see why when we get there. And the Pathfinder route turns to the right here, Linville Road. Like I mentioned earlier, this thing just simply loves 50-55 miles an hour. And we're coming into the town of Heath, city limits at least. Well, the next place we're going to take you to is just a little bit off of the trail, because I'm going to take you to the main entrance, and that is right up here at the Newark Earthworks. And people say, well, what is a Newark Earthworks? Well, it is one of the largest Native American mound sites in all the world. And there's a couple of them here in between the town of Heath and Newark, and they're just awe-inspiring. We're gonna get off the bike for a minute and walk up on top of it, but the reality of it is the best way to see it is from the air. And since I do not have a drone, how we're going to do this is we're going to steal some pictures online and show you from the Licking County Explore Licking County site and things of that nature, because it's just a phenomenal thing to see if I can get into it. Because this is a busy road apparently. Well, hopefully this will give you some idea of how much soil is actually moved on these. This is called the Great Circle. There's another one close that we'll visit here right after this, but this thing is massive. So
but you can kind of get an idea. It's swings all the way around this gigantic earth mound, and it's just historically significant. I mean, not many places on the planet have mounds like this that are still undisturbed, and this is we've got a couple of them. In fact, this part of Ohio has a tremendous number of earth mounds built by Native Americans. It's just a phenomenal place. So if you get a chance, you need to come to the Newark Earthworks, part of the Pathfinder Trail Service, and the hidden legends, without a doubt. Beautiful, historical, and amazing. Let's go to the next place. Well, it looks like we got a little rain building in here just since I started. Yeah, sunny weather to start, rain at the end. Well, you know what? That's part of life in Ohio, right? Well, actually everywhere. Well, let's go to the next spot. If you get a chance, you know, you go to the visitor center at all these places we've been to, like Flint Ridge and this particular one at the Great Circle, because I think it covers all of the places that we're talking about as far as the Native American mounds. Now we're going to get back on 79 South. I'm going to turn right on Parkview off of 79, which was Hopewell Drive. If you remember correctly, when we came off of, we came straight down off of Flint Ridge, which became Hopewell, which now becomes Parkview. Every time you go into a different area, it becomes a different road, but it's actually the same road. And we're going to turn left here on Idlewild. These two mounds are really close together. They're obviously part of the same thing, and I'm sure, I mean, you're right in the middle of neighborhoods, and the one we're going to next is the Great Octagon, or the Octagon Earthworks, and it's a really cool looking from the air. I'll show you pictures from the air. Like I said, I don't have a drone like I mentioned before, so we're gonna swipe some pictures from different places and show you there. It's cooled down a lot too. Don't think we're going to hit that 62 degrees. You know, if you look at the Himalayan, there's where they do the temperature sensor for the ambient temperature. It's in a bad place. I'm going to move it. We'll do a video on that later. And we're going to be turning right on 30th Street. And coming off 30th Street, we're going to turn left. And that road is Mound View. I'm going to just keep the camera running this whole time because they're fairly close together and there's a couple turns here and there. And we're going to be turning right on 33rd Street. And this is going to dead end into the Octagon Earth Mound. So you can't miss this one. And obviously this is where the end of the Hidden Legends is. And you can see the sign right there. And let's do a quick little info. Be right back. Well, we're kind of up on a observatory, if you will, a little place that you can check it out. They actually do have a golf course in the middle of it, but all the earthworks here were made by the Native Americans and are still been protected, but then being used too for golfing. Yeah, it is what it is. But let's get a little look here and show you what some of this earthworks looks like. The Octagon Mound is proof that the past and the present can occupy the same area. It proves that, I mean, even though it is a golf course, but they haven't destroyed anything, which is proof that we can coexist with it. So that makes me very happy. So I really hope this has been an exciting adventure for you guys. I mean, this type of stuff is really fascinating to me. The ancient mound builders through this area, I mean, it's huge. You've heard of probably the Serpent Mound in southern Ohio. There's more mounds here than we could ever imagine. In fact, when I moved down here, I couldn't believe how many mounds are around this area. Well, I really hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, give us a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell notification button, share and comment. Sharing helps, and you know I read all the comments and comment on as many as I possibly can. Until next time, ride safe, keep out of the rain, and keep her on two wheels, baby.